Hello, good morning and welcome to day 11 of my video blog. Today I'm going to be talking about the fifth letter in the acronym SAVERS, which is in the Miracle Morning, and the letter is R, which stands for reading. Now, throughout the day we read a lot of material, emails, magazines, posters, all sorts of things. What I'm going to talk about is how much of a difference it can make to your life if you start reading inspiring books. So they can be self-development books, memoirs, educational material on the topic that you're interested in. Wouldn't it be better if instead of reading random blogs on the internet, you were focusing your reading on something that left you feeling uplifted, inspired, engaged, motivated, and much more able to see that there are possibilities in your own life for improving? So one of the best books that I've read in recent years was The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And what I really liked about that book was it talked about how to create daily routines to make a real difference in your life, and looking at what those one things are in each area of your life that could, if done consistently and repeatedly, can make a real difference. And he really talks about the importance of reading. And he gives this great story about a woman that he met at an airport, and her job was to shine shoes. She was the shoe shine woman at the airport, and it was clear that she liked reading. She had a big pile of dog-eared romance novels, and that was great. That's how she entertained herself in between her shoe shining clients. And he'd never been to this airport before, but she was a very friendly woman, and she, as she was polishing his shoes, told him all about how she desperately wished that she could afford to send her daughter to the basketball championships that she had won, and that there was no way she could afford it. And she knew that this was something her daughter was really passionate about, and that over the next few years there would be more and more competitions, because it was clear her daughter was really, really talented. And she wasn't complaining. She was just really resigned to the fact that her life wasn't going to change, and she wasn't going to have a better standard of living than the one she had now. And Jeff Olson talks about how he thought about that woman quite a lot after he left her, and it was her resignation to the life she was living that really struck him. And particularly in regards to the choice of material that she was reading. Now, this lady had a lot of time on her hands. And when he returned to that airport 2 years later, nothing had changed for her. She was still saying the same things about her frustrations about not having enough money, about not being able to change her life. And yet this pile of books had grown. Now, what would have happened in her life had she read every day, in those moments where she had solitude and no customers, if she'd been reading inspiring material, things like The One Thing, things like Jeff Olson's The Slight Edge, things like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill? There are so many fantastic books out there that if you were reading just 5 or 10 pages a day, it would change your mindset and your motivation levels, and stop you believing that you have to live the life that you currently have. If you're taking minor steps every day to improve your mind, to improve your mindset and your belief that you have to stay with what you've already got, then you can really start to bring big changes for yourself. It might be that memoirs appeal to you. Read books about Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, and what is it about them that has enabled them to take their lives from one place to somewhere exceptional? So there you go, today's blog. Get reading 5 or 10 pages every day of something uplifting, and it will really change your life.